Forget the flashy tech startups for a minute. While everyone out there is chasing the next big thing, the next unicorn, there's a whole different kind of entrepreneur, and they are quietly making millions in the most unglamorous industries you can possibly imagine. So today, we're going to dive into the blueprint for escaping the 9 to 5 by building a business that's, well, kind of boring. Let's just start with a truth that might hit a little too close to home. You ever get that feeling that you're just running in place? Well, I'm here to tell you that is not an accident. It's not a personal failing. The system is designed to keep you in what's called the anxiety zone. You're making just enough that you're scared to leave, but you're never making enough to actually get ahead. This, my friends, is the salary trap, and it is absolutely by design. So, how in the world do we break free? Well, here's our game plan for today. First, we're going to dissect the trap itself. Then, I'm going to reveal the playbook that these under-the-radar millionaires are using. We'll cover how to build a business that serves you, not the other way around, how to master the money game, and finally, we'll lay out your escape plan, step by step. Okay, first up, this salary trap. Let's really break down how the math of a traditional job is, well, it's fundamentally rigged against you. Just think about it for a second. Your employer has a number in mind for you. And that number isn't about helping you thrive. It's the absolute minimum they can get away with paying you to keep you showing up every day. It's an engineered system. It ensures you can cover your bills, maybe stash a little bit away, but you're never going to feel secure enough to just walk away. This isn't a flaw in the system. This is the system working perfectly. So what's really interesting is where all the money is actually going. I mean, with technology making us more productive than ever, the value we create has just skyrocketed. But as you can see right here, that value, it's not flowing to the workers who are creating it. No, it's being extracted and funneled right to the top. You might get a 3% raise to keep up with inflation while they get the rest. And with those tiny gains, we're told to just, save 10%. But let's be real. For the average person, after you pay taxes, rent, and just live, you're lucky if you have a few $100 left over. At that rate, it would take you decades to save enough for retirement, a sum that inflation is eating away at every single day. The math just doesn't work. It's a dead end. So, if the front door is locked, we've got to find another way in, right? And this alternative, it is not glamorous. You are not going to see it on the cover of some tech magazine, but it has been quietly creating millionaires for decades. So, welcome to the boring playbook. Vending machines, self-storage, laundromats. I get it, I know. It's not sexy. But here's the secret. Boring is bankable. These businesses solve timeless, essential human needs. I mean, think about it. We will always need clean clothes, we'll always need a place to store our extra stuff, and we'll always need a place to park our cars. These things are recession-proof, they're pandemic-proof, and they are beautifully, wonderfully predictable. So let's just take self-storage. As a society, we are collectors. We buy stuff, we run out of room for it, and then we pay someone else to store it for us. I heard about this one woman who owns 4 of these storage facilities. You know what her biggest problem is? Occasionally having to cut a lock. That's it. The business pretty much runs itself because people put the payment on autopay and then they literally forget they're even renting the space. And here is why that is so powerful. The average profit margin for a self-storage facility is a mind-blowing 40 to 50%. I mean, to put that in perspective, most restaurants or retail stores would kill for a 10 to 15% margin. It's just, once the facility is built, the overhead is incredibly low. You ready to get your hands dirty? Okay, let's talk portable toilets. Every single construction site, every music festival, every outdoor event needs them. I know a guy who started his business during a recession, and while everybody else was panicking, he was making an absolute killing. Why? Because no matter how bad the economy gets, people still gotta go. And the profit margins, they're around 60%. It's just insane. You buy the units, you drop them off, you clean them, and you pick them up. It's a simple, repeatable cash machine. As one owner famously said, dignity is overrated, but money isn't. And trust me, he is laughing all the way to the bank. But, and this is a big but, here's the catch. The goal here isn't to trade your 9 to 5 for a 24/7. The key is to build a system that works for you, not because of you. This is how you get real freedom, not just a new, more stressful job. This quote right here just says it all. If you are the bottleneck, if every single decision has to go through you, you haven't built a business, you've built yourself a prison. The whole goal is to make yourself irrelevant to the day-to-day operations. So how do you actually build this freedom machine? It's really 3 steps. First, you have to choose systems over hustle. Document everything. Create a playbook for how your laundromat gets cleaned or how your vending machines get restocked. Second, automate and delegate relentlessly. Your time is for steering the ship, not for rowing the boat. And third, you have to guard your energy like a dragon guards its gold. Burnout is the enemy, and you are the last line of defense. Okay, let's dive into the most critical part, because most businesses, they don't fail from a lack of profit. They fail from a lack of cash. Understanding the flow of money is literally the difference between surviving and thriving. This is where so many new entrepreneurs get it completely wrong. You can be profitable on paper, but have absolutely no money in the bank. I mean, if your clients are slow to pay you, but all your bills are due now, you can go under, just like that. You got to remember, cash is the oxygen of your business. Without it, you are dead in the water. This one simple habit can save you from a world of pain. Every Monday for 15 minutes. That is it. Just update a simple spreadsheet with these 3 numbers. This isn't about complex accounting. It's just about knowing at a glance where you stand. It's like having a crystal ball for your finances. It lets you see trouble coming weeks in advance. And once you have this visibility, you can finally take control. There are 3 moves. First, you speed up your income. For a storage facility, this means automated monthly billing is completely non-negotiable. Second, you slow down your expenses. Negotiate better terms with your suppliers. And third, and this is key, you build a fortress of cash. Automatically transfer 10 to 15% of every single dollar that comes in into a separate account. This is your war chest. And whatever you do, please avoid these 3 landmines. 1, mixing your personal and business finances. It's just a recipe for disaster. 2, growing too fast. Do not buy a second laundromat until the first one is a cash-positive, system-run machine. And 3, relying on hope. Hope is not a business plan. You have to know your numbers. So let's bring it all together. The path out of the salary trap. It isn't about finding a slightly better job or saving a little more aggressively. It's about fundamentally changing the game that you're playing. Here's the bottom line. We have been fed this myth that entrepreneurship has to be this sexy, world-changing thing. But real, lasting wealth? It's often built on the back of boring, predictable businesses that just solve everyday problems. So what I'm telling you is, embrace the boring. Your future self will thank you for it. And really, that's what it all comes down to. We know this works. The path is there, it's laid out. The only question left is, are you willing to be bored in order to be free? Thanks for joining me.